Cristiano Ronaldo once again in the top headlines from the world of sports. Can you ever keep CR7 out? I don't think so. It all started with him becoming the first billionaire in terms of footballers. Then it came to a point where on Piers Morgan's podcast, he said that I think retirement is very soon. But this time now, he's finally announced it that, after this World Cup, which is the 2026 FIFA World Cup, this will be curtains for his career. He scored 953 goals across his career, but he's been very vocal of the fact that his 6th World Cup appearance will be the last as a farewell. I think I've already said it on this platform that this is one trophy that is missing from his cabinet, and this is something that he wants the most as well. I'm Ahmed Nawaz. You're watching The Scoreboard, coming to you live on Pakistan TV from our Islamabad studios. We're going to discuss Cristiano Ronaldo's announcement and the reaction from the world of football and the fans' frenzy as well. But then we've got lots more to discuss from the world of sports. Let's take a look at our other top stories. Cricket was once again in town as Pakistan managed to beat Sri Lanka in the first ODI of the 3-match series by just 6 runs. We made a mess of it almost in the final over, and I thought we should have gotten over the line pretty much easy, but that wasn't the case. So we will be discussing, but then again, Salman Ali Agha and the partnership between him and Hussain Talat propelled Pakistan to 300 runs, and that's where we finally thought that we've got enough runs on the board. But in the second time, because of the dew factor, conditions were picture perfect for batting. Sri Lanka, unfortunately, would think that they've missed out on a real opportunity as well. Then we move on and we discuss something big now in the world of sports as well. This is a major move that has taken place in the National Women's Soccer League, which has continued its rapid expansion. Atlanta have been awarded the 17th franchise. Now, why this is so important? Because of the fact that the expansion fee is 165 million US dollars. This is insane amount of money, and it is absolutely higher than the last one. The last franchise, which was the 16th to be added, was the Denver Summit FC franchise that was sold for 110 million US dollars. So I mean, this is just insane amount of money, almost an increase that we see of $55 million that has taken place as well. And it is now owned by Mr. Arthur Blank, who also owns AMB Sports and Entertainment as well, and also owns the NFL's Atlanta Falcons and MLS's Atlanta United FC as well. So I think major move there. Then we move on to tennis. Top seeds are battling against each other for the top crown as well. Of course, Taylor Fritz has been knocked out by Carlos Alcaraz. He was clinical on a day when it mattered the most as well. Back-to-back victories for Alcaraz in this stage as well. Then we move on to give you the latest update from the Ashes, where once again the playing 11 is a question mark. But so far, Australia's playing 11, which is slotted to be their playing 11, is playing the Sheffield Shield. I mean, imagine they're playing domestic cricket, all of them. There are some injury news as well, which will dent Australia's chances. But then again, the battle seems to be between their aging squad and what the English newspapers are saying. Then we move on to discuss hockey, where Pakistan is on their tour to Bangladesh, but unfortunately they're without the head coach. I'll give you all the context into this story, why they're without a head coach, who has now also said that he is looking forward to stepping down from his position as well. It's just been an embarrassing situation where he cited discipline that should be priority, while the Pakistan Hockey Federation said that, these two players are very, very important. He said no player is above the game, but once again, 2 players were given a special treatment in order to join the camp late. So that became probably the hurdle that came in between, and that became the argument which slotted the head coach to opt out of the tour to Bangladesh. And I think Mr. Zaman was very vocal that discipline comes first. No players will be above the game. So we'll give you the update of that as well. And then for Pakistan cricket fans, a big news. Shadab Khan has been cleared for national team's return as well. He participated in a practice match at the LCCA ground in Lahore. And of course, he participated in batting, bowling, and fielding as well. And he's now been cleared after his injury and extensive rehab in England. He was back to Pakistan, joined the National High Performance Centre, and he's slotted for a comeback as well. That's what we're discussing on the show. Joining us in studios is international cricket commentator, broadcaster, presenter, and our sports expert, Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Asif?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for joining us. I think let's just start off with the one-day international as well. It's absolutely ironic that almost we had a heart attack in the final over, but we're not Pakistan if we're not doing that. But overall,
I've been listening this word from you for a long time. Heart attack, a 1 minute up, 1 minute down. Of course, this is Pakistan cricket and this is what we enjoy. I think if you see some positivity, the good thing is the middle order, Hussain Talat and Salman Ali Agha, both of them, they played a stunning knock, especially when we talk about that how they were rotating the strike. Because Salman Ali Agha only hit 9 fours. What does it mean? That he was relying on the singles, 1 and 2s. Same Hussain Talat, it was his maiden 50. This partnership was very crucial for Pakistan. And then when we're coming back to the opening department, Saim Ayub is not consistent with the bat. Once again, he has started playing with the cross bat. That's the problem, Ahmed. When you're playing with the straight bat, when you're making some runs, the last series was very good for the Saim Ayub. But once again, your short selection was a question mark.
Well, the skipper Shaheen Shah Afridi in his post-match talk said that the first 10 overs, the percentage of dot balls was immense. We're all applauding Sri Lanka. They did their homework right. They bowled brilliantly. But the fact is that, the problem seems to be the same. We cannot rotate the strike.
Well, I think that he didn't complete his sentence. Vice versa, if you see the Sri Lankan first 10 overs, that was brilliant. Pakistan was struggling in the first 10 overs, but the Sri Lankan batters, they were enjoying the conditions. The pitch was pretty much straight. Ahmed, the problem, once again, the Pakistanis facing, you've shared your intro, and you've shared that the Australian players, they're playing Sheffield Shield Trophy. Why? Just to gain some momentum right before a very important series. So Pakistani players, they didn't play. I do remember Hussain Talat was here with the Lahore Whites and he was playing domestic cricket. But before 1-2 weeks, he called them back to come back and just join the Green Shirts squad. So they give some priority, importance to the domestic cricket.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at Pakistan's scorecard, because that becomes a bit interesting of how our players are performing so far in the one-day circuit as well. So Salman Ali Agha stand out 105 of 87 deliveries, and then Hussain Talat with 62, his maiden ODI 50, and I think he's just earned 2 more spots in the coming 2 one-days. But then again, a major problem for me, and I think I'm going to be probably right now a hot topic for digital media viewers as well. Mohammad Rizwan seems
only
to be
Mohammad Rizwan?
Yes, only. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Completely off color. I don't know what's happening. I'm a visual medium perspective kind of person. The body language was very, very down of Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, not only with the bat, just if you see him behind the stumps as well, he is pretty much vocal, always talking to the players when he was skipper. But he's not enjoying these moments. So what's going on in his mind? We do know that he has refused to sign the central contract with the Pakistan Cricket Board. So when you are a skipper, now you're not a skipper, you're playing for Pakistan. At least enjoy these moments. And the way he played that cross shot, I think I had never seen him to play against spinners. He used to play these kind of shots against fast bowlers, but he doesn't play against spinner.
But there is something going on. There's a mental block.
Something is going on, and it's very obvious. It's quite obvious. He asked the Pakistan Cricket Board that give me a good reason that why you have not included me in the T20 squad, and why you have not included me in that contract. So he asked this question, and I think that once again, the environment of the dressing room is not same as we have discussed before. So Mohammad Rizwan is completely off color. He's not playing up to the mark. See his South Africa series. See the way he played last night. Same with Babar Azam. I don't know what's going on.
And the unfortunate scenario is we still have no replacement. That's what bothers me the most.
We do have replacement.
I'm going to come back to that. I have a couple of names which obviously Asif has on suggested as well. But the fact is that we don't have a clear direction of where we want to go. That is very, very embarrassing. We'll be coming back to cricket, but now we're going to talk a bit about football. Cristiano Ronaldo has probably signaled now that the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2026 is going to be his last, his 6th appearance, of course, in the World Cup as well. To discuss this further, we've been joined now on the scoreboard by someone who happens to be a football expert. He's the editor at footballpakistan.com as well, Mr. Ali Ahsan. Assalamu alaikum, Ali, and welcome to the scoreboard.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining us and being part of the scoreboard. How do you see this development? Of course, we remember a couple of weeks ago he was on the Piers Morgan show as well, where he highlighted that it's anytime soon, and he of course also said that I will have tears in my eyes, but now I think I should be focusing more on my family.
I mean, he's 40 years old right now. Most footballers often retire by the time they reach their mid-30s. The fact that he's kept himself fit, he's kept himself active, he's kept himself hungry at the highest of levels, even by the end of this, for the last 30, 40 years, is unprecedented. It's phenomenal, the way how much commitment he showed. But every good thing is supposed to come to an end. It was only a matter of when and not if. It's interesting that he wants to play this final World Cup and he really wants to win that trophy too. And it'll be sad because some of us folks have grown up watching him and Lionel Messi and other players of this generation absolutely break all kinds of records in terms of wins, in terms of trophies, in terms of statistics, in terms of ability and quality of play. It'll be sad to see him go, but it's inevitable.
League dominance is one thing, and those numbers are staggering themselves as well. Clearly with Portugal, you've got to look at their squad as well. A lot of people still put their weight on this squad that it's got enough to win them the World Cup, but obviously it's easier said than done. How do you see that combination of Portugal's side, and obviously with an aging Ronaldo, how do you see that matchup?
Well, that's going to be a very difficult question for the coaching staff to decide because you cannot really bench Ronaldo all the time. I mean, you could use him as an impact player, but I know for a fact that he's the kind of player who wants to start week in, week out for every single game. But here's the thing with Ronaldo as well. He has very impressive statistics in terms of how much goals he scored. He scored over 140 goals, I think, for Portugal right now, which is no one can beat that record for like any time coming. But in the World Cup, he often scores in the group stages, but not in the knockout stages. I guess because every single defender faces out there, they want to mark him out. So that means he's not been able to deliver the way he wants to deliver too. So, I mean, just like Lionel Messi in 2022 World Cup, you could tell that the entire Argentine squad wanted Messi to win the World Cup. They did it for Messi. For Portugal, I would hope that the same Portuguese squad do it for Ronaldo as well, because they know that this is the trophy that every single person in Portugal and Ronaldo himself absolutely desires. The World Cup is the pinnacle of any international footballer's career, and I really hope they are able to pull it off. Will they or won't they? Well, we'll find out in a year.
Well, for a lot of us, this Messi-Ronaldo debate has kept football very, very interesting over the years. But we all have to look at this from a perspective of history as well. What kind of legacy does he leave behind once he says goodbye? Because the fact is, it's not just the football we see, but also, as you mentioned, we talk about the fact again and again that his sheer fitness, his routine, the endurance that he goes through as well, everything combined. What is the legacy that you see Cristiano Ronaldo leaving behind for football fans?
His drive, his professionalism, his absolute ambition to be the best there is. He's always thought himself to be among the best players in the world, and the older he got, the more ambitious and the more direct he was that I am the best in the world. And it just shows that the kind of insane commitment to the cause, professionalism, to your diet, to your fitness, how you train, how you rest, how you behave, how you compete, is something every single footballer should aspire to. No one can become Messi because Messi had that natural ability which a once in a century type player has. But anyone can be Ronaldo if you are insane enough and crazy enough to put that kind of effort both on and off the pitch to do so. And this is the kind of dedicated focus which a lot of footballers simply don't have. Because if you are not really pushing yourself to the limit every single time you play, every single time you train, what you're doing off the pitch, how you eat, how you rest, how you sleep, how you wake up, that is something which becomes the reality of international modern football, because a lot of players often get fizzled out. Ronaldo never fizzled out. He's just that, focus and that instinct that he wants to be the best, and he has to prove himself he's the best every single minute, every single second that he plays.
Well, certainly. Finally, I must ask you, this move to Saudi Arabia for him was much debated upon, and what were the options at that time was another something that should be in consideration. What do you think? Was it more of a strategic decision or something else?
Well, Saudi Arabia, the government of Saudi Arabia has invested a significant amount of money in their entertainment and sports sectors. They really want to become a major international hub for international sport and entertainment in the last couple of years. Ronaldo moving to Saudi Arabia was, I guess, their crowning achievement because it gave every single person eyes on Saudi Arabia and what they're trying to do with their professional football league, for example, too. So it is a very it's a very big gamble. But also Ronaldo wanted an ambitious project that he could be a part of too. And he said that repeatedly in his interviews that he is enjoying his stay in Saudi Arabia. He loves the attention he's getting. He loves that he's able to compete. And he basically said in the Piers Morgan interview that it's harder to score in Saudi Arabia than it was in Spain when he was at Real Madrid. So it just shows that, it's a combination of his personal desire to succeed no matter what the challenge is, and a desire for a country to show that we are now fully entrenched in trying to become a major power in sport moving on. And I know that the Saudi government says that they're investing a lot of money in. The return is that as long as people are talking about us and people want to move to Saudi Arabia to play in professional football with the likes of Ronaldo and Karim Benzema and everyone else, that is something that they can work on for the next coming years or so. And I just hope it becomes a sustainable enterprise so that the Saudi football also grows and becomes as good as European football.
Absolutely, but I think post Ronaldo is going to be a time for them to, really show their strength and what kind of plans they have for the future. Thank you very much, Ali, for joining us on the scoreboard. I think that Ali has really, in a lot of text, analyzed the way this is going to go forward, this retirement, and what impact is going to leave for the football world. Now, of course, we come back to cricket, and now joining us on the scoreboard is senior cricket commentator and expert Leena Moin. Assalamu alaikum, Leena, and welcome to the scoreboard.
Walaikum salam, Ahmed, and salam to everyone. How are you?
We're very well. Well, of course, we're going to talk about Pakistan and the whole game as well. But I'm being a bit of a, sort of a devil's advocate over here when I just mentioned before getting you on board as well that I think that number 4 position is becoming a problem for us again because Mohammad Rizwan just seems a bit less interested in everything he's doing at the moment.
Well, I'd like to, I maybe differ with you here because I think it's more of a form issue than a conspiracy theory. Yeah, we all know that, the captaincy was taken away from him and everything. But I've always seen Mohammad Rizwan as a team player. Now, I think what's happening is that he has this form issue, which is very normal for any batsman to have. But what I do want to say is that number 4 is not probably not the right position for him. I would rather play someone like Hassan Nawaz at number 4 if he was in the team, or maybe a more proper batsman and a keeper batsman at maybe 6 or 7. Maybe bring Salman Agha to number 4 and have Rizwan come at Agha's position. So I would do that because as a keeper, Rizwan is very safe, and you in one-day international cricket, you need a safer keeper. Reason being because I feel that one day is closer to Test match cricket. It's probably a longer format of the game for me now. 50 overs, if you think about baseball and all, most innings do last 60, 65 overs. So that way, I feel that one day is closer to Test cricket, and hence we need a more solid keeper and maybe a more solid batsman. And Rizwan is a solid batsman. And one
glad you mentioned baseball because right now the problem seems to be with Pakistan is once again the similar problem we've got, the percentage of dot balls. The captain accepted this yesterday. Let's just take a look at the stat of strike rates as well. Pakistan is at the lowest at the moment when it comes to that factor as well. But, before we move on to anything else, Leena, I understand Sri Lanka was bowling very well, but for Pakistan, this has been a very serious problem that our start seems to be the same 90s cricket where we're not even trying to rotate the strike in the first 10 overs.
And that is why I feel it's important that someone like an Agha or Hassan Nawaz comes at number 4 because you saw that Agha was, able to rotate the strike much better with Hussain Talat, who played a good innings, by the way, yesterday. So they were able to rotate the strike much better. Hence, also, they were getting the opportunity, the bad balls, because they were finding gaps with those 1s and 2s. I think he ran 37 singles, I think, in his innings. So that's a lot for Agha. So that if he comes in one up, which is number 4, I think it'll be great for the team. And maybe Rizwan can come right in the middle, 5 or 6. And that is where this dot ball problem is also, it could be addressed and Pakistan can get much better scores, Pakistan yesterday got 300 score because Agha and Hussain Talat were able to rotate the strike and then also get boundaries because they were rotating the strike, and making the opponents nervous. And also then Nawaz got to play a blinder. So rotating the strike, I agree with you, is imperative. It is absolutely the most important thing when you're batting in a one day or a T20 even.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Leena, for joining us on the scoreboard. I think she's analyzed this pretty much in a way that we now realize once again is that why that number 4 position becomes very, very important for Pakistan. But let's, of course, come to the bowling as well. First 10 overs, I think the conditions were pretty much picture perfect for batting because of the dew factor. But to my surprise, I'll be honest, I didn't expect this. Haris Rauf bowled really well.
Well, on and off he bowls well. And
On and off.
Yeah, on and off. His consistency is a big problem for the Pakistan. And once again in the death over, his land length was question mark. He doesn't bowl good Yorker. The problem is his variations. The only pace, he has taken 3-4 wickets, which of course it's a good sign.
I'm glad you mentioned this because at that pace, if you have a perfect Yorker, you are absolutely lethal.
See, Ahmed, as Miss Leena was mentioning that when we talk about ODI cricket, it is very much closer to the Test cricket.
Test cricket, yes.
Right? You'll have to play 100 over games, 50 overs each innings. And then if you're perfectly okay, then you're able to perform well. So Haris Rauf, is a kind of bowler who could bowl only 4 overs. Still a question mark for me.
Let's take a look at his wickets. I mean, 4 overs, but he's got to bowl those 4 overs twice and 2 overs more. So that's how you could. Well, let's take a look at the 4 wickets he took.
85 without loss into the 12th. Now this should be taken, and final. Oh, he's got him first ball. Oh, that time, have they got their man? Yes, they. Oh, that time, taken, what a catch. You just place a fielder there. 85 without loss.
I'm going to be grilled by fans and especially my own team of the scoreboard if I don't talk about that Babar Azam catch.
Well, that was brilliant. That was awesome. I couldn't